I scrubbed our toilets 3 times since we've lived here, and you haven't.
You shit more than me.
No, you literally shit. I have to hear it.
His wife left him for a guy that had 3 kids, so you know that guy has good dick. I'm at this point, and maybe I'm addicted, but I take it just in case, which I don't know if you should be taking just in case Viagra or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Cookie Monster.
Try Cookie Monster. He'd gobble up that cock. All right, welcome to the Andrew Collin Show. I am your host, Andrew Collin. I am joined by my producer, Radu.
One love.
And in about, 45 minutes, I'll be joined by my girlfriend, Brenna. And this is episode 2. Hopefully you already listened to episode 1. I thought it went well. I feel like I didn't really talk to the listener at all. I kind of went right into losing all my money and Rusty and I don't even know what. Just old Florida stories. Really nothing about my current life, my current situation. But yeah, I live in LA now. I have Viagra in my system currently. I do. I am full fucking. I'm not hard, but I could be if needed. If I had to, you're like, are you ready for war? Grab your gun. I'm ready for war. I'm ready, and I'll tell you why. I'm 42. I take it every morning like it's a fucking vitamin, just in case my younger girlfriend wants to fuck. I don't take it every day, but I did take it today. Yeah, I take Viagra. I take it, and it's not Viagra either. I say Viagra because I'm 42, but it's like a Cialis, like the generic version.
Yeah.
That you can get from like these websites. I love these websites now, Roman and Hims. And this isn't an ad, but like you could literally like just go, hey, you have cancer? Here, just fill out this form here and we could send you some chemo through the mail. You know? Oh, you're dying of scarlet fever? Just fill this out real quick. No need to talk to a doctor. We'll handle it.
Does that make you feel good when they're like, no need to talk to a doctor?
It makes me think the drug won't work. Like the easier you could get a drug, the more I think it's not going to help you. My buddy used to buy pills from India, like through like some weird website that you would maybe buy like a cheaper like camera.
Damn.
And he was getting like,
Heart medicine.
Yeah. So, no, I don't feel better, but I do like the ability to not have to go through a doctor because for a long time I didn't have health insurance, but like it's just very frustrating to talk to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. To get even in the room will cause you to be anxious and depressed to just get the appointment.
Yeah.
So now it is nice that they got rid of that kind of middleman where you just fill it out, but I just think it's too easy now, like you shouldn't be able to just be like, yeah, I get sad sometimes on Wednesday and they're like, well, here's every pill, we'll figure it out by how you react to it. And then, but psychiatrists kind of do that anyways, but they just, they seem smarter. I was given Lexapro. It caused me to shit like insane amount. And, but that's how they figure it out. They just use you as a guinea pig. They're like, oh, here's a side effect,
It's kind of true. Yeah.
But, yeah, so I guess to your point, a little bit of yes and no. I think certain drugs obviously shouldn't be easy to get. I think getting dick pills should be easier to get than getting, antidepressants. But apparently they're just as easy.
Aren't they the same?
Well, they both make you depressed if your dick's soft or if you can't get help. That is the problem with these pills, and I know it's a common joke, but I could not come at all on Zoloft, and it made me sad. But I was able to deal with the sadness because I was on Zoloft.
Right.
It's just so. Anyways, I have Viagra in me right now, or Sinfidel, Sinfidel, or whatever. Citadel.
Infidel.
Is that what it's called?
No.
What is it called? Do you know? Or whatever. It doesn't matter. So I take it. I'm at this point, and maybe I'm addicted, but I take it just in case, which I don't know if you should be taking just in case Viagra or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because you think you might fuck. I've taken it plenty of times and just not fucked. And then just like, didn't even jerk off. Just like had Viagra run in and out of my veins.
Have you ever taken Zantac and like not eaten something fried?
No, I'm definitely going to eat fried. I can control that. You can't just control pussy, Red do. You can't be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get pussy at 1:30 along with my fucking barbecue. Yeah, it's not the same thing, but I recorded the earlier part of the episode with Brenna, and I told her, I go, you record with me earlier this morning, I'll give you the cock. And so I took the pill before we started the segment, and then you came here too early, so she never got the cock. So I just have, it's just whatever.
Then why was she so nice to me? Why did she?
Because she didn't get the lousy dick. But she can tell now. It's gotten to the point where I was so pathetic before that she knows when I like she doesn't even have to put. Like, the clue is I'm hard. It's like, how did the detective figure out that he was the killer? He was holding the gun and said, I killed the guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's... But I don't care. So many guys fucking care about whether or not people know they take... If you ask a guy if he ever taken a dick pill, and he'll go... You know, and then I'll be like, later on, he'll be like, yeah, so I've taken it like twice. I asked one guy one time from stage, he's like, I've taken it twice. And I was like, twice, you know? Like, like it's such a funny number. But, yeah, a lot of guys won't admit to it because they think it's like a weakness. But it's like you take steroids to get stronger or protein to get bigger. Like, that's all it is. It's just pumping a little bit more you know, the story of Viagra is kind of funny. It was a heart medicine to help the heart, and then instead of helping, it just made your dick hard. It's funny how we stumble on these. And I honestly think it's been a bigger, probably, achievement than whatever the heart medicine was going to be. You know, you can kind of have a heart attack on it if you take too much, I guess. But I'm here to say it works. It's like I had no idea how little amount of blood was going to my penis before this. My dick was flying at half mass my whole life. Like my dick gets hard like it found out a president just died. Like not even one that I want to die. You know, like like JFK Jr., his son.
Like you're one of the people that's like, this is my dick before ADHD meds, and this is... Dude,
oh, now I'm like going to Harvard, and I have a JD MBA. Yeah, that's what it is now. It really is. That's how like. So I could do all the positions now. I could do reverse cowgirl, forward cowboy, sideways fucking cowbell. Like I could do them all, literally all of them, and it just makes me more confident. Like I just know it's like I don't have to worry about that. And when you're getting to be a little bit older, and you already have issues with it. There's been times where I'm like, okay, I'm like, my body's too tired where I'm not going to get hard. So then I go, I don't want to have sex. But then Brennan could take that personally, like, I don't want to have sex with her. No, I just can't. I just know I'm getting ahead of it. And I know every woman in here is listening is probably like, yeah, I can't come ever from sex, yet I still fuck you.
Right.
I get that. It's a good argument. But here's the thing. I was on Zoloft for like 2 years. I couldn't come. So I was still having sex. So I get it. But so what's funny is I'm getting like hard as a rock now, and it's great. I'm so happy, so much less stress. But Brenna's like, well, why do you need the pill? Am I not enough? And I'm like, I bought you 2 different sex toys for like $900. I sold my fucking car. Am I not, you use those. Am I not enough? So then I go to her, I go, how about this? I'll get a plastic mouth and a little fake hand to fuck me up while we're fucking. Is that cool? And then she's like, well, tell me more about this little fake hand. I'm like, shit. So now I'm buying that. I had to fucking put a deposit down on that. Hopefully we get the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this thing where it's just like, it is funny. Like women will take it personally. And I'm like, dude, I swear to God, it has nothing to do with you. I swear on my life. Like it is 100% of my brain and my body issue that I just can't. It's like what, I think actually a better comparison is like lube when girls will use lube. Is like equivalent to Viagra in that sense.
That's a good way to put it, actually. Yeah. Although I need, for us, like, you don't need the lube too.
Oh, I like it dry. I don't hold Afghana hand down there. I like it dry. I like it like a desert boy.
You're into like actual friction. Like,
oh yeah, I want a condom and chalk. Just so dry. I don't know why. I honestly did fuck with my head for a while. I have a bit about it, but I would only be able to have an orgasm if I used my own hand and it had to be dry.
Sure, yeah.
And I don't know. And then like with a condom, I actually could come better with a condom because it reminded me of my own hand. I'm speaking faster on this one than last week.
Yeah, you're really getting to the truth on this one.
Yeah. I'm really getting down to the nitty gritty. I do think, I remember the first time I put a condom on to masturbate. Now, I remember it's so funny to go through the whole routine and then you're just
Where'd you even get the condom?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Like, I remember having condoms way before I was having sex. Just knowing that I was like, I'm going to need these at some point.
Yeah. I'm trying to think where I had
Stealing from your dad?
I don't even think he was fucking my mom at all. My dad had condoms. It wasn't for my mom. I'll tell you that. I don't know who it was for. Probably the fucking mailman. Woman. They.
You giving them options here?
Whatever you want. So, I don't know. I think like guys, like, I don't think they should be shamed for taking dick pills at any age. But you definitely can become addicted to them where you're taking like premature. Like I took one because I almost got in trouble because you guys might not believe me out there, but I went on the road with this comedian, Tim Dillon, and we went to Reno for like 10 hours, just there and back. And I packed a Viagra because I wanted one for when I was coming home. So I was ready to go right when I got home. And Brenna's like, wow, he really missed me. And boy, sometimes I'll lie and say I didn't take it, but she knows. And she found it in my bag, like just a closed. I never took it. And she's like, why would you bring this?
Who is this about?
Yeah. And I was like, it honestly does look bad. I don't know. I was bringing it for Tim. I'm a good opener. Yeah. Anyhow. So I live in LA now. These podcasts, I really am not good at like addressing anything. But yeah.
It's good that you're dressed,
I am dressed. Well, yeah, you don't want to see anything. I went on a date the other night with Brenna, and this is something that annoys me. We went on a nice date night, and the guy, for someone, there's these like society things where we got to do them. One of them is if you go to dinner with your girlfriend, the girl gets to look out towards the crowd and you have to face her. You can't get the seat looking at the crowd. I guess so you don't look at other women, or it's just a nice thing to do. My problem with that is the woman will get the most amazing, comfortable cloud booth. She could like lay down. She could like move in there and like be on cloud 9, literally. And then the chair, for some reason, restaurants, like I guess they spend all the money on the booth and they go, oh, fuck, we got to get 40 chairs. Let's get the most uncomfortable, upright. The back is forward somehow. You're like sucking your own dick. Like it's that uncomfortable. There's splinters going into your ass. There's like 3 legs. And then I'm uncomfortable. I'm anxious about the chair. I can't like get comfortable. I have this a lot at dinner where like you sit like a lot of these chairs and then it's like, well, why are you not having a good time? It's like, well, because I've never been more uncomfortable in my life.
And you're having like sensory shit going on.
Yeah, I do. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I used to get a lot way worse and have full-on panic attacks and have to leave the restaurant, but then you can't leave the restaurant because you're with family. So then you look crazy to not leave the restaurant. So then you're just blowing up while sitting down kind of thing.
Has anyone ever put it forward that it might be part of your ADD?
Sure. Well, it was part of, I mean, I've had anxiety disorder. I don't know if that's, yeah, I've had all that stuff. I mean, that's why I was on Zoloft because of my panic attacks. So then what happened is I got on Zoloft. I never drank coffee. And then I was able to drink a ton of coffee on Zoloft because it like balanced me out. It's kind of like River Phoenix with like, I think this is the second time I've referenced River Phoenix, but like an upper and a downer. And so I got off Zoloft, but I can still now drink coffee because my brain's fine with it now. But I overdo it. And then I'm like coming down while going to the restaurant and I'm sitting straight up like so many, and I'm hungry. And then Brenna takes forever to order. And I'm just sitting there and all I want is fucking something to eat right away. And that's the thing about being single. You can order food right when you get there. Like that's how I've been my whole life. I've always been, oh, I'll just take the chicken sandwich. Yeah. Or, oh, I'll just take the nugget. Like, oh, where's it from? I don't even care. Postmates or whatever. I'll just take the first orange chicken from Chinese restaurant. Brenna, this is every time we go to eat. This is literally it. She goes, oh, what's that? Oh, they have tomato soup. Oh, they have chicken noodle. Chicken noodle's good, but I don't know if that would go good with the salmon dinner. Tomato soup's good. Okay, you know what I'll get with? Maybe I'll get grilled cheese with the tomato soup, and I could dip it, but then I'll have to order off the kids' menu, and that's weird, right? That's like weird. Like I don't want to do that. That's crazy. I'd be crazy. What am I, 12? That's crazy. Then she's like, what are you getting? I'm like, I'm getting a chicken sandwich. I've known for the last hour and a half that I'm gonna get the chicken sandwich.
You know, for the last 10 years, actually.
Yeah, literally, I have it branded on my back. Just a fucking grilled chicken sandwich with a little cheddar cheese. Yeah. And then I go, I want the chicken sandwich. And then she'll go, oh, okay. I was going to get the chicken tenders, but that's probably too much chicken. I go, well, you could get that because I have my chicken and you have your chicken. Our chicken is not together. They're not hanging out.
It's not like a group cholesterol that you have to worry.
They're not brothers. It's not like you're killing the whole family here. They probably, maybe distant cousins. Whatever. One's free range, one's fried range. Other one's grilled grass. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what you get. Then she'll go, you know what? I get it. It's too much chicken. I'll get the cheeseburger. And then what we'll do, she'll tell me that. She'll go, we'll split it. And then I'll get half your chicken sandwich and you get half my cheeseburger. And she's like, oh, I can tell by your face you want your whole chicken sandwich. I was like, oh, you could tell that by my face? And then she'll get like the tomato soup and the grilled cheese by the end of it. Like it'll go all the way back. And then I just want my chicken sandwich so I could choke on it and die. And just die right there on the table in the uncomfortable chair. I'll already be falling forward. Fucking A. But that's what happens when you go out to eat. And that's what and I need to be better about it. Like I'm very impatient. I wait too long to eat. I already have horrible anxiety disorder. I can't really say anxiety that well. I say it with a Z. I don't know. How do you pronounce it?
Anxiety.
So, I don't know what to do about like that situation because I know I need to be better. I need to be more patient with her. But this is the thing. This is where I get a little upset because if you go to a person, let's say I go in there and I want to order right away. And you tell someone that wants to wait to order right? They go, hey, actually, that's kind of rude. I'm not nearly ready yet. They get offended, right? You're like, hey, no, let's order right now. I want to order right now.
Right now.
And they're like, no, let's wait. So then you are waiting, and then eventually it gets to the point where it goes the other way, where it's like, but I'm not allowed to be upset that you're we're on 45 minutes in and you still haven't decided. So I can't show, if you can show that anger towards me right away, if I'm trying to force you to order right away, I can show that anger to you that you're being so patient about deciding. But it's not cool the other way. Like, if I'm like, she's like 30 minutes, if I go, come on, just fucking order already. Just fucking order. That's the same thing as, I'm not ready to order. Everything's out of order.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe...
You can't order by yourself?
Oh, what? And just start eating while she's...
Just be like,
want me to get stabbed? Have you ever been... Man dies because he orders grilled chicken sandwich before girlfriend even decides to order her food.
Well, you're just like, look, clearly you're not hungry enough yet if you can do this for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I got to eat now, you know? Why don't you eat half your sandwich while you're staring at her when she's describing how the soup would work with the bisque?
Yeah. That's... Or maybe I get... But even an appetizer, she's not. She's like, hey, let me wait on that. Maybe I'll ask for bread or something. No, I think, but we've had many fights about this. It's like... Probably the number one fight we have is ordering issues. With her, she's just so indecisive. And I get it. Like, you know, like, I'm sure, like, women deal with a lot of shit with, like, what food they should eat because of diets and all the, like, society pressure and whatever. Like, but all that aside, I don't care. Like, I hear you, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Meet me in the middle. Meet me somewhere in the middle. I get your society thing, but my society, we eat when we kill. There's no fucking lion out there that's like, sees a prey. He's like, he kills it. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm not really that hungry right now. You know, you're there. But you're at the restaurant.
I hate to burst your bubble.
Oh,
Isn't
God.
it the lady lions that do the hunting?
That was a bad choice. But they eat right away.
Yeah, that's true, but not people. Imagine if you were like a hunter, you hunted Bambi, and you're like, all right, let's get in there, get this venison. And you're like, oh, no.
Yeah. I guess I used the wrong pride. Or the wrong... I'm trying to think. Yeah.
You put your pride
more of
pride.
I guess more of a Jaguar situation.
That's perfect. That's real Florida.
That's... You would think. I got this tattoo, this Jaguar tattoo, because I thought Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
I lived in Florida my whole life. Googled it the day after I got home. After getting the tattoo, there's not one Jaguar in Florida. And I say it wrong. I say Jaguar.
Yeah.
It's Jaguar.
So, have you ever heard a British person? They go Jaguar. And you're like,
Jaguar. All right, that's better than Jaguar. At least the U's in there. There's none. There's like 2 in zoos.
In the zoos, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Why is they called the Jacksonville Jaguars then?
Sounds cool.
That's just
JJ.
how drunk people are in Florida.
And then this is a palm tree.
Yeah.
They're there.
They're there.
That was literally my...
But you didn't have to Google that one.
This palm tree was named after my grandma, Palma. Miss Palma. No. My tattoos are so fucking dumb. Puddles, which we now know is not here anymore. Rest in peace. And then Jackpot, another podcast I was on. Rest in peace. I almost got a tattoo. I was like, whatever. We won't ever.
Yeah.
But I almost got an alligator over Jackpot.
Oh, no.
And Brenna talked me out of it. She goes, you're not getting that shitty tattoo. I go, it's already a shitty tattoo.
Tattooception.
What came first? Yeah. The shitty tattoo or the other shitty tattoo? Yeah, dude. Fucking wild shit. But
you're going to be like the first guy that gets something innocuous covered with something racist.
Yeah. I'll cover like Jackpot with a swastika. I'll be like, oh, no. Dude, you don't even understand what's underneath this. You got Charles Manson's face with the swastika on his forehead.
Yeah, can you change this jackpot to Pol Pot? And I'll.
Yeah, can you change the jackpot to I love Hitler? They're like, sir, the letters just doesn't add up. It's like, well, damn it.
Yeah, I'm not a Nazi because I'm good at reading.
Oh gosh. So those are all dumb decisions. We got. What are we doing? Questions?
You want a question or a topic?
Oh, okay. Well, that's enough about me and my Viagra dick and eating habits. What do we... Oh, so this segment is called Topical. Tropical. Cue the music. All right, what do we got today, Radu?
Man, this is a story. It's an international story, but it kind of... I've just figured this is like really important to you because it's probably something that...
It's just a Jewish story.
No. This is the headline. It says, France moves to block access to pornography sites for minors. France will present this week a digital certification mechanism to oblige pornography websites to effectively control the age of viewers on their sites. So you're going to have to prove to the government that you're 18 to look at titties. In France.
Can't you drink in France at like 12?
At 18. Well, yeah, in a lot of Europe, you can drink at like 14.
Also, you can see tits on the beach.
You can
see tits in real life, but don't you dare click on that mouse. That is wild. That's so funny.
Yeah.
You could be on vacation with your family, see like 45 tits, sneak off to your hotel room to jerk off, and they're like, nah, you got to look out the window.
Sacre bleu.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild. That's I think they're trying to do that in a couple states here in America. I mean, look, if I have to fill out a form, I won't see tits, I'm a form away from seeing tits.
It's not even a form. You're going to have to download a application.
Okay.
Like a government app that has some sort of digital certification that proves, you're either scanning your license or something to prove you're of age to see these titties.
I don't know. France, I mean, that's France's whole thing is tits. And like, oh, we are open to fucking in the street and you suck my armpit hair out of a baguette while I sit there and I shit on your face. And it's like, yeah, but you can't do that till you're 18. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, it's not going to. I mean, look, they'll probably enforce it, but there's no way to like uphold that. You know what I mean? Like there's just, but I do think porn at a certain age, I think about the porn that I got to see. Like I remember I would take porn and there would be like where you could open it up. So then the vagina was like life size and I would cut a hole in it and I'd bang the magazine and get.
Wait.
And I was like, is that herpes or paper cuts?
I understand that you can fit your dick in the hole, but what do you mean bang the magazine?
Well, like I would cut the piece of paper. I'd put it on my, like, so it looked like I was actually having, I think that's consensual.
That's early deep fake AI porn.
Yeah. I don't know if it was fake AI. That was her pussy. That was her pussy. That was not a fake. I didn't like put Marilyn Monroe's face on this thing. It was actually the girl there. But yeah, so maybe there should be an age limit.
So we're going to transition from this story about shooting
We're about
loads.
to lose camera in 7 seconds.
Well, let's take a little break. Did you scare yourself?
A little bit. That hand came out of nowhere. All right. Second story for topical, tropical.
Second story is a story probably everyone's almost tired of hearing about by now. But the U.S. military shot down a suspected...
Wait, what?
Chinese spy balloon, they're calling it. Could have been a weather balloon. We don't know yet.
I mean, what about TikTok? The problem is, like, I've heard every
angle,
reaction.
Right?
But anyhow, yeah. So go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's a balloon. I'm not even going to read from the thing because we all know the thing. It's a balloon the size of 3 buses. Okay, it was spotted over the middle of Montana a couple
The only
days
thing
ago.
measured in buses is balloons and blue whales. I remember that from childhood. Do you know a blue whale is 17 school buses? Yeah.
Blue whales and Evil Knievel's death.
Yeah. It is never. I guess they have to be very large things, and that's how you put it in perspective. Because if you were like, this whale is 6,000 pencils, like it doesn't.
It's the size of 800 fourth graders.
I mean, I guess we do it with feet, to kind of give us an idea, or like what humans are as opposed to how many inches we are. But anyways, yeah. So go ahead.
This is the thing about this balloon story.
Yeah.
Okay. There was 3 of these balloons that flew over the continental U.S. during the Trump administration. We never saw them in the news. We never heard about them. We didn't have Republican governors threatening to shoot them with their guns.
So wait, why though? Why didn't we shoot them down, or why were we not scared of them then?
I think 'cause
were they never seen by the public then?
I think certainly they weren't seen by the public, but I think they've all been weather balloons, and now we're in a position where the government's like, let's make a story out of this one.
Yeah, first of all, I don't understand why. If it was like, there's nothing funnier than like the idea that they're spying on us was something that's so well, this story actually, before you told me this, I was like, it's like hiding. It's like if you went into a bank and you already had a ski mask on, and they're like, "You here to rob?" And it's like, "No, dude." Like that's how obvious it is.
Yeah.
Like you're in a balloon that's so slow. It's like we send a Goodyear blimp to take on China. It's like, oh yeah, I did say China, pretty strong. I didn't mean that, China. I take it back.
Yeah, give them a knee house so they know.
But yeah, it's like sending the it's so slowly moving that it's like, obviously this isn't their best at trying to get information on us. Like, it's so funny. It's like sending in the slowest linebacker ever to try to tackle the running back. Like, you're not going to get us. But it sounds like they got us 3 times. That's scarier to me, because I thought here we are. Oh, obviously there's just a balloon in the sky, but you're telling me that 3 times they've done this.
3 times. I don't think they're spy balloons. I think they're calling them spy balloons now, so that when a couple months from now they go, maybe we have to have a war with China, we're all like, well, they were spying on us,
There's something funny about them trying to take out one of our buildings with a balloon, and it's just like, ding, it just like bounces off. Like,
they were like
so soft.
They're like, we can't use a plane again. They'll see it coming.
We're going to use the slowest thing on earth. The balloon. Yeah, no, it's just, it's a very comical, especially in today's age when we have the most amazing, fast, sleek equipment on earth. And they're like, no, we're going to send a floating pillow to take them down. It's just, maybe that's like their move, like hide in plain sight. Like, obviously we're not trying to figure out where we're going to put chemical weapons. We're just a silly balloon. We're a silly balloon,
I mean, speaking of sleek technology, they used the world's most sophisticated fighter jet to shoot it down, and that was the first ever air-to-air kill of the F-22.
Man, we won that battle. That's like fighting, that's like John Jones fighting like a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what that is. I think that is fucking insane to think that we're... It's like we should have sent a hot air balloon first to fight their balloon. I feel like that would have been like more even, We sent the thing that we spent $40 billion on, like that we've never used before ever. That guy that flew up there was like, this is my moment. He's like watching Top Gun 45 times to get ready. He's like, this is exactly like falling down the mountain, coming up the mountain, going left, going right, killing 5 Mach 7s. It's the same thing as taking down an unmanned balloon that's just floating kind of fast.
That can't propel itself or pick which direction it goes.
So it doesn't even know where it's going.
That's what made the mission so hard.
Yeah. You want to know the hardest mission? The one that no one knows what's happening. Yeah, dude, it's so funny. I just love picturing that guy like 40 years from now sitting at the VA, and somehow there's still like guys alive from like Vietnam. They're on their last breath. They're like 110 years old. They're like, I killed 45 Vietnamese with my bare hands and a knife. I guess it's not my bare hands, but... and I watched the life drain from their eyes while the rain was coming sideways with Forrest Gump. And the guy's like, what are you doing? What did you do? He's like, I know the feeling, man. This balloon came out of, well, we knew exactly where. It was on the run slowly for 4 days. For 4 days, we could spy it. It came out of nowhere or everywhere. And when we had this plane that flew 7,000 miles per hour. The balloon was going 4.
Every time he goes to a children's birthday party, he gets like super PTSD when he's
Yeah, he's so many balloons. We lost a lot of good missile that day. Did he even use a missile or did he just fly through it? I thought he just flew through it. I didn't look that close. I thought he literally just flew through it. He's like, oh man.
He's like, yeah, I'm still waiting on that class
And
action.
then the Vietnamese guy, or the guy that was in Vietnam, was just looking at him like, I get it, brother. Like he's like, you get me, you get me, dude. So I mean, it's so silly how these things get. The best is when they're like, Biden won't shoot it down, and then he shoots it down. He shot it 3 days later when it was safe because he realized it was just a weather balloon. Like, it's so funny, dude. Meanwhile, we get all our antibiotics from China.
Yeah.
Like if they want to kill us, it could be pretty easy. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be from a balloon. Maybe they're ballooning, so then down here they're canoodling.
There's like people taking pictures of the balloon with their iPhones made in Taiwan, and they're like,
Yeah.
that's the spy up there.
Yeah. They don't have my information. They're going to my information from, Anyhow, what's next? Anything else?
Well, we have the Grammys.
Oh, man.
That was historic. You were rooting for Harry, right? You're a big Harry Styles guy.
I actually really like Harry Styles. I mean, not only do I want to fuck him, that's it.
What about a question?
That's the whole story. Not only do I want to fuck Harry Styles.
That's it.
All right, what's next?
I'm going to switch
I'm
to...
glad he won.
Are you sad anyone else didn't win?
Not really. I was surprised Bonnie Raitt won. I mean, she's one of those people that if you said, "Oh, she died 4 years ago," I'd be like, and then she won a Grammy.
Maybe that's something I should just tell you people are dead.
Oh, I would believe you. Yeah, I would believe you if you told me, like, I don't know, any president. If you told me Biden was dead, I'd be like, how long?
This isn't topical. This is just one of the questions that someone sent, but I feel like it kind of just rolls in with the energy. Mr. Todd B. I'm not going to say the last name because you've asked me. He said, should sex with puppets be illegal?
Sex with puppets be illegal? I don't know. I fucked that magazine, so I can't. Who am I to talk?
Isn't it a weird? Because you're like, do you mean you're penetrating the puppets, or you're having sex with another adult and you guys are both using puppets?
I don't know. I think it's like if you can't have sex with a puppet, then it's like a vibrator, and to me is a puppet. A pocket pussy's a puppet. It just doesn't have a face. It's like, where are we? Like, who are we? Because it shows sadness. This puppet, or whatever. I mean, also you fuck it all the time when you just put your hand in it. Like you're not. You're always fucking it. If you're a puppet, you're getting penetrated, whether you like it or not. Unfortunately, I do think it is creepy. It is creepy to put your dick where the hand should go. So,
if you're gonna fuck a puppet, do you have like Kermit, Big Bird, Miss Piggy, Cookie Monster?
Probably Cookie Monster. He'd gobble up that cock. I would be worried what my dick looked like after Cookie Monster got to it.
At least you're not fucking that trash can guy.
Oh, Junkyard. What was his name? Not Junkyard. Junkyard Dog. Junkyard Dog. Yeah, Oscar the Grouch. Oh, you'd be fucking him the whole time. You'd be like, hey, you can't fuck. I'm like, come on, dude.
This is a question from Gilbert J. What do you miss from St. Louis?
What do I miss from St. Louis? I guess the funny answer would be nothing, but no, I'm kidding. No, I think what I miss honestly is just being in LA just a short amount of time. You compare yourself to people because people are doing shit around here. I'd rather be sometimes in a city where I'm not saying no one's doing anything, but it's just like in entertainment world. Comparatively speaking, you don't have that in your brain as much. It kind of reminds me of I was in Philadelphia recently, and I'm from Florida, and I'm from the part of Florida where no one really does shit like on a big scale. So, and I think it's great because then no one expects you to do anything on a big scale. And then you kind of just go through life, and it's like the simple things are more important, the things that should be important. So I'm in Philadelphia, and I wake up hungover, and I'm a block away from where they wrote the Declaration of Independence. And I'm like, I've never felt like more of a fucking loser. And I can feel like the ghost of Thomas Jefferson being like, what did you do today? And I was like, well, I ordered a thin crust Domino's for breakfast at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. And he's like, this is why we fucking fought the British. And it's just like, just this feeling of like not doing enough. That's what I feel here that I didn't feel in St. Louis, which is kind of a dig on St. Louis, but it really isn't. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I do kind of know what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, let me show you one more question. This is a great one. I had it and I just lost it.
Sound good?
The homie Matt. I'm not going to, no last name here, but that's the person that sent it in. They say, how does an anxious person succeed at work?
Ooh. I think what's very important, and I read like an ADHD book about this. Well, I guess that's kind of like anxiousness, but picking a profession that kind of goes with your mental illness. I think a lot of times people are like, just look at school and how school is set up. Our whole lives, we have to sit down in a wooden desk and not move. And if you move, you're in trouble. And it's like, no one should be sitting that long, especially with someone with ADD or an anxious brain. And that's why like so many like European countries, like kids run around forever. And it's like certain jobs, you probably shouldn't be doing like bookkeeping where you're sitting in a fucking cubicle and you're doing Microsoft Excel all day and you're losing your fucking mind because you're just stuck. You got to find a job that like, instead of trying to make you fit into a job, make the job fit into you. So like a good job for an anxious person is probably someone that does like sales, like that could get out and about, get in their car. Not every day is exactly the same thing. So you're not just stuck there. Now, the problem with those kind of jobs is a lot of times they're commission based, and then that will cause anxiety because you don't know when your next fucking paycheck's coming, but it could be a big paycheck and then that's how they get you. But then they don't give you health insurance. So for an anxious person, that job sucks too. So what I'm saying is marry rich.
That's the answer to almost any mental health question.
Yes, marry rich. Find yourself someone rich and marry them.
Well, that's the moral of that story.
Yeah, we got there. I don't even know what I just said.
Here we go, back to questions. This is from Valerie Jordan B. She says, dating older men. Any advice? Like 10 years older.
Yeah. Put Viagra in their soup.
In their porridge.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't know. I mean, their sex drive might be less than yours. Don't like, maybe they're not going to want to go out on a Thursday night. Like, be easy on on them, cut up their food for them. I don't know. Yeah. Honestly, I think a lot about like 10 years. I mean, it also depends on what 10 years. Like when you're 30, 20 is big difference. Mm-hmm. When you're 40, it just gets lower and lower the older you get. So if you're a 30-year-old dating a 40-year-old, you're both heard Hootie and the Blue. Hootie and the Hootie and the blowfish. Hootie and the moonfish.
Booty and the hoefish.
Hootie and the hoefish. Blowfish. Yeah.
A woman named Vanessa asks, how did you find out that comedy was your passion? Struggling to find mine.
I don't know. That's hard, man, because to find a passion, first of all passions die.
Die.
I know it sounds sad, but it's just like, so whatever you're searching for will, and it will, if it becomes like your job, it stops feeling so much like a passion. I know that sounds sad and depressing, but in a way, I feel like that gives you a little bit of like, oh, if I don't find it, it's like, it's not that great. But I kind of stumbled on mine. You just fail at a lot of things. And then I was always told I was funny, and a buddy bought a comedy class, stand-up class for me, because he got one because he got divorced. And his friends paid because his wife cheated on him with a guy with a huge cock, apparently. His wife left him for a guy that had 3 kids. So you know that guy has good dick. The more kids, whoever you get left for, either great pussy or great dick. Because, or they're very rich, you know?
Oh, that's so heartbreaking.
So they paid for his comedy class so he could write jokes about her. And then we were hammered drinking pickleback shots. And he's like, you're the funniest guy I ever met. I'm paying for your comedy class. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And that's kind of how I kind of stumbled on my passion. So I guess a good answer would be don't look so hard, and maybe it will show itself. And then if that doesn't happen, start looking.
Start looking.
But you know what I mean? Just be open to the idea of finding a passion, but like also your passion doesn't have to be, it could be like a side thing. It doesn't have to be your main thing.
The person also asked, can I please make merch for you? Do you have an address to send fan mail to?
Yeah, I'm going to give out my address right now. And yes, you can make merch for me. Maybe we'll start with a hat that says tax. The Andrew Collin Show, tax.
But you spell it T-A-X.
Yeah, and then we tell Disney they got to pay it.
If you do have any fan mail you want to send us at the Andrew Collin Show, please send it to 1600 Pennsylvania Boulevard.
Yeah, I'll get it. Biden will forward it to me.
Someone named Famond.
Is that salmon with an F?
It's like S-P-H. No,
Okay.
S-P Hammond. That's
Okay.
the full thing. They say, how do I come while on Zoloft?
Dry. Get a towel. Get some fucking dry ice. Hire David Copperfield.
David Copperfield.
Copperfield. And have him put on gloves with sandpaper and let him go to work. Because it's got to be dry. No, how do you come on Zoloft? You mix in a little Wellbutrin. That's something that was told to me, and it does work. I don't know. Whenever you add more drugs to drugs, it feels like that scene from Always Sunny when they try to get the cat out of the wall by putting in more cats. So I don't know. That's what I was told, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
So I ate some more Wellbutrin and whatever with the Zoloft, and it did help me. But yeah, I guess that, and like trying to think what else would really help you. Like, I mean, so much of it's just mental. Like, once you think you can't come from a thing, you just got to, like, change that thought. If you're asking the question, you're already thinking you can't come off Zoloft. So you got to go, not only can I come from Zoloft, I've never come better from Zoloft. And see if that helps. See if that finds your passion.
All right, you want to take another break?
Yeah. All right, I'm here with Brenna LaRock, my rock, my lady, my friend.
Oh, your best friend?
You're up there. Best girlfriend. Number 1.
Girlfriend, like friend that's a girl, or best girlfriend, like best girlfriend you've ever had?
Both.
Aw. Cutie.
Can you imagine if someone goes, actually, my second girlfriend was better than you?
It was a different time.
I would be so kind of the person to be like, oh, yeah? Oh, you like your girlfriend too before me? Oh, that's, man. You must have just been more ready for a relationship then.
I don't think I would have wanted to date you when you were on your second girlfriend.
Well, it would have been illegal.
No.
Close.
How many girlfriends have you had?
This is something that we did the other day where I said someone that, oh, I had sex with this person. Oh, I did that too. And then it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, we're playing this game. I went down on someone at a bowling alley. Me too.
Oh my God. Andrew was like, all right, we're done with this conversation.
I wish I had more ability to
Like
coolness to be like, oh yeah, ooh, tell me more about how you fuck Jim. Like
I would never fuck a Jim.
Well, that's why I love you. No, but like I do wish I could go through, your exes or your past. Some people like that shit. They like hearing it. And I'm just like, I don't need that. I don't need to know all the numbers.
Well, the great thing is that you don't have a lot of exes. So like you're one of them was so long ago, like who cares? And then the other one, it was just like, oh, I heard what I needed to hear. That's what it was. I don't know. I just like don't care. I think because you're so over it. Like I can tell that I'm like, why would I care?
Yeah. I also don't have I didn't have many emotional relationships.
Yeah. Like you didn't really have like a big relationship. I feel like.
Yeah. Don't get mad at the girls I fucked. Get mad at the alcohol that caused me to fuck them. Yeah. Be mad at Jim Beam.
What do you think? Like, why do you think you feel like, I don't know. I mean, I've talked to you about like my past relationship.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like sometimes I feel like we don't have to fill the time with that.
No,
you know what I mean? There's other things.
Like you know the facts, right? Yeah. But it took you a long time to get there. Like you didn't want to know for a long time.
Yeah, I think I guess I assumed. That sounds bad too, because then you assume worse. Like I assumed you were even more bad than you were. Like essentially, I'm calling someone a whore.
Wait, you thought I was a hoe? Oh my God! Is it because I was a hoe with you? What the fuck? You never told me this.
I didn't think you were a hoe. That's not how.
You just said you thought I was a hoe.
I said people would think. I would think that.
You think that so you thought I was a hoe?
No, I didn't think you were a hoe, but I did think that you got down, that you were fun. You did have a fun time.
Yeah, I was fun.
And I don't care. I'm not saying.
Now you're stealing my youth.
Yeah. Brenna the other day says I stole her youth during an argument we were having at 4 a.m. where her way of arguing is trying to steal the sheets or the blanket, so then I'm cold and that I have to sleep without a blanket, and we're fighting over literally.
But we were actually fighting.
Yeah. Like it was intense.
Well, it was the night after I blacked out accidentally while recording the podcast. Yeah. So I wasn't in a good state of mind.
No, it was the night you were blacked out.
Yeah, but I was
out of my blackout. And then the more I said that you were, I think you were still in it. That was the problem. I was telling you that you're probably still in a blackout.
No, I was coming out of it. Okay, I was blacked out.
It's so funny when someone's hammered and you're like, look, you're just drunk. It's fine. So you're drunk. You don't know me. You don't know that I'm drunk.
Yeah. So yeah, we're fighting. I take all the covers from you. And you go, I'm so sick of this. And then you go and you lay on the couch.
Which you can still see me from there.
But you lay on the couch for like 2 minutes. And I'm like, good. And then you come back. You came back, which is the most embarrassing thing. It's so embarrassing to have to come back. Because you realize, I think once you got out there, you're like, fuck, there's no blanket out here. There's no blinds up. It's cold.
It's like when when you're like a 10-year-old kid and you run away and you're like, I'm never coming back. And then you're on the corner and you're like, I need a sandwich. And then you got to go back. And it's so embarrassing because you're like, I'm only coming back because I don't need to come back. Yeah. Can I get some blanket? Yeah.
So you come back and I like wouldn't give you the blanket still or something. And I forget. And I just go, you know what? You go out there. You're like...
Yeah, you wanted to leave me. You stay out there.
You stay out there. You're stealing my youth.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the guy always has to go to the fucking couch. I always feel like it's the guy going, I'm going to the couch. It's never the girl. The girl's always like, well, I'm keeping the house too, bitch.
One time I ran away when I was younger, and I lived in such a small town. Like, my parents could just go looking for me and they'd find me if I wasn't like hidden very well. So it was like a weekend and I went to my elementary school because it was 2 blocks away from my home and hid in a slide for like hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
were they even looking for you?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think
10 years later.
And then I was like, end of the day, I was like, I better go home, I guess. I gotta have somewhere. I can't sleep in the slide.
No.
Because I was like having to hold myself up.
No one ever runs away to something more comfortable. You've never met like someone that was like, I ran away.
I mean, I did run away from my last relationship for something more comfortable.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess, yes. In that instance, yes, you can. Yes. But like a right away run is never, you're like sleeping on your girlfriend's in her bed with her crying, being like, should I have left him? Yeah. But a year later, yeah, you eventually can jog to a happy place. Yeah. But yeah, we get in little fights here and there. We got in a little fight in front of people the other day. We've been hiking up Runyon Canyon, which we found out recently that a lot of people have died falling off, which I try to tell Brenna to not be a ledge head. But yeah, I don't know.
No, you don't try to tell. You yell at me like I am a child.
Because I don't want you to die in front of me. That we talked about this. It would be so annoying. Yeah.
So
and then I got to call the cops or then I don't call the cops and then I look like I pushed you. Yeah. Ugh. An investigation. I have to like sit down and get in. Did you push her? I'm like, no, I just didn't call because I didn't want to ruin my afternoon.
All of our microaggressions would be exposed on like the old podcast. Like, look at.
Yeah.
And then she said he was stealing her youth and then she died on a mountain. Like, you would totally go to jail.
I would. I'm like the older, burly boyfriend who definitely just fucking was like, oh, you don't want to go to Trader Joe's? Later, bitch.
Yeah. Later, bitch.
Later, bitch. That would be my last words. Later, bitch. And you'd be like, I could see you going, you took my youth.
Wait, so now you are the one pushing me down the...
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Scary.
Well, I'm never going up there with you again.
So we go up there and then there was this dude in like all Gucci gear. He looked like Eastern European. Like he came with like EDM, like Diplo music was playing. We could hear it even just by looking at him. And he was with like 2 kind of modelish girls that were like just taking photos. Because Runyon Canyon is not really a hike. You kind of just stroll up a paved road.
If you go up the sidewalk, you're walking uphill. You're just going from Franklin Drive to Mulholland Drive.
Fuller. So, and then these people are like, oh, what is like a better, because they were like tired of the paved road. And they're like, what's like more of a hike that we can do? And there's the East Trail and the West Trail. And I was like trying to tell them to take the East Trail because it's not that hard because they're still like in heels. And then Brenna.
They're not in heels. They're in platform sneakers, which are essentially, well, they're heels, but they're athletic heels.
And they don't look like they want to like climb a mountain. Like they don't want to like do.
But I clarified with him several times. I was like, you want to go on a trail up the hill? And I asked him so many times. He was like, yeah, that's what we want to do. After they were like taking photos by a cactus. Like, I was like,
I just could feel that they didn't want that. Because we tried the West Trail the first day. We hiked and I had to climb back down.
No. And
crying.
Yeah. Andrew was bent over, almost puked like about to puke, and I was
had
like,
Wendy's.
all right, so maybe we need to go back.
Yeah, I had a lot of Wendy's.
Yeah, it was on a Saturday. There were so many people there.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
They had to like airlift me out, and then the helicopter broke by lifting my big ass. So then
You have the smallest ass.
I do have a tiny ass.
Your ass is basically
We were talking about where we
inverted.
get fat yesterday, and I get fat just in my hips, just a tire, and then my legs. Brennan said I could gain 300 pounds and my legs would still look great, which little toothpicks.
You would just have a big belly. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're like so Brenna's telling them directions, and then it's that thing where when you're a couple and you're trying to talk to strangers and give them advice or directions or like anything, and you start getting into like a small argument about the direction and these people don't want that. They don't want to be part of this, whatever the fuck's happening with us. I'm threatening to throw you off the cliff. Wasting my youth. So then you finally tell them to take the West Trail, which these people.
Yeah, I go all the way down, and then because they started at the top, they parked at the top, and I said go all the way down this paved path, and then you turn right, and you'll take the West Trail up, and it'll loop back around.
Dude, these people died for sure. These people died because we were at the top of the mountain at this point, the top of the thing. So they walked 2 miles down to take like, this is no joke, this fucking trail. Like, people do die on it. So, anyhow, so we get in a fight, and then Brenna's.
You're thinking they need to take the East Trail. East Trail's got like some actual steps put in, a little bit easier, but you're telling them to go down and then take the pavement back up. But I specifically asked them, and they said, I want to take the trail.
They didn't know what they wanted.
Up. And
they
so I
didn't know
said,
what
well,
they wanted.
go on the West Trail, bitches. Good luck. Sayonara. Hasta la vista.
So then we're walking away, and I'm just like, hey, babe, yeah, I didn't want to like fight about it, but just I don't think the West Trail was right for them, and I was trying to tell them to take the East Trail.
You go, I just feel like you wouldn't let me tell them that, and I just feel like you misled them. That's what you said.
I don't know if I do.
And-
You put a tone on when I try so hard to not be fucking a dick, which maybe I
Well-
should just be more of a dick.
Because
Either way, I'm coming off
I'm
like
gonna-
interpret it like I'm a dick. I should just go, hey, babe, don't ever fucking embarrass me in front of Gucci boy.
that's literally what I heard.
Yes.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Sometimes you just need to pick your battles, Andrew. They said they wanted to go uphill. I just told them what they wanted.
Pick your battles. And then she storms off like her little fucking legs just going down the mountain so fast. And she's like, he'll come get me if he loves me. And I'm literally like, I've never walked slower.
And you were looking at your phone, which makes me so mad. I don't know why it makes me so mad when you look at your phone when we go up there. Because we're just like trying to get away, enjoying some outside air, and you're just looking at your screen, and it makes me so irritated.
Well, I was doubling down
Yeah.
because I knew you wanted me to run after you, and because of that,
Why don't you?
because I'm not going to give you what you want at that point,
But
because I
that's
thought
what-
I was right.
That's what every girl wants. They just want you to like run after them.
Well, maybe there'll be another guy that will run and try to murder you because I was walking slow. I was checking out the Hollywood sign more than ever.
Yeah, then it was like my version of going to the couch and coming back. I finally stopped and looked back, and I had my hands on my hips, just watching you walk down, looking at your phone. I was so mad.
I know. And I was like, I won. She stopped.
No, I said, why are you walking so slow? And you go, why are you walking so fast?
We're 7 years old. We're like, either are we dumb or are we immature?
No, it's just, that's what we
what
don't
couples
have real
do?
fights. We don't actually have.
Maybe we should.
We don't
because
have
these little
kids.
fights.
We have nothing
yeah.
real, like real fights.
We fight over the cat, laundry, and
No, we don't fight
giving
over.
directions to Gucci boy. Like we don't have to fight, you know. I feel like sometimes we're like, oh, if we don't fucking try to kill each other, we don't love each other.
I always realize though how meant for each other we are when we have a common enemy, and the way that we just
Yes.
attack and like just are like there for each other, like then I'm like, oh,
that's what we need more.
We're
of.
legit.
We
yeah.
need a common enemy.
Yeah, but then if I'm just frustrated with life, I'll fucking get mad at you for telling me I gave Gucci Boy the wrong directions instead.
Yeah. I think at that point we just need to find a stranger to beat up because I don't think we should do it towards each other, you know? But that was fun. So we're hiking now. We've done it like 12 or 13 hikes. We enjoy it. We hear we look at different people and we kind of guess what their backstory is. We hear their story a lot. We hear a lot of 6-second. It's like Vine for it's like a lot of like. And then we walked past this one lady. She was on speakerphone. She's like, her friend on speaker's like, I shit my pants. I just shit my pants. I'm turning around. And that's all we get.
So I had to go home. And she was just like, but it was so cash. Like she picked up the phone. Lady goes, well, I just shit my pants. So I'm on my way back home.
Yeah. I think that those little 6-second stories are so fun. And yeah, so we've been like kind of getting into this LA lifestyle where it sounds cheesy, but we are getting outside more, like more than ever. Like we didn't do that in St. Louis. We were, especially in February. But there is something to, wanting to be more in touch with nature, I guess, whatever you want to say. It is funny, though. You drive a mile here, and the traffic here, even a mile, is so fucking frustrating. The roads are so frustrating. There's no left turns. There's people stopped in the right lane. There's just people are like different kind of dicks here on the road. So you just need some serenity, and it's up on the mountain giving Gucci Boy directions. Yeah, so that was fun. I don't know. We were playing this game last week about what annoys us the most. And we thought it would be funny if we could just pick a thing around the house, because I know that there's a few things that you might think of that annoy you maybe about me.
I think this apartment, especially, there's just so much wood floor. And I am so triggered when you walk into the apartment and you're not just like coming in to grab something really fast. It's when you keep your shoes on and you're just walking around the apartment and then you don't sweep or vacuum. So then on top of that, you don't realize how much dirt you're tracking in. And I've told you several times.
Yeah.
And you just like.
Okay, I think what it is one, I grew up in a household where you could leave your shoes on. And I think my mom was able to do that because
you're 42. That was like 30 years ago. That's not an excuse anymore.
Back in my day.
We've lived together for
okay,
2
I'm just
years
telling you.
or a year. I don't know.
Okay, but even I was an adult for a long time before you.
And you just always wore your shoes in the house.
Always wore the shoes.
Who swept?
I wore them to bed.
Who swept?
I put cleats on to go to sleep.
Yes. Oh my God. And when you get home from the airport and you get in the bed with your airport clothes on and then I have to change the sheets. Oh.
Okay. First of all, you've gone in bed in dirty clothes. This is the problem, is a lot of times you'll say things and then you do the things you very much say. I don't know.
You literally are wearing shoes right now.
All right. This is for the podcast. I just didn't want to go completely barefoot.
Yeah,
I wanted to look somewhat professional.
You should just put socks on next time.
Are they talking to you?
I just don't know why your toes are just like there.
Okay. So maybe that's why I wear shoes, because when I take them off, you tell me my toes are just there. I can't fucking win. I can't yell. I can't whisper. I can't wear shoes.
Don't wear, like, what are these flip-flops?
Are these? I'm in California now. I broke out my Florida flops.
It's 60 degrees.
I'm flopping around. I'm flops. No. So here's the problem, though. 98% of the time, I am taking my shoes off. I am so good at it compared to what I used to be. And this is the problem when a guy changes for a woman. Listen.
Okay.
Listen up.
Listen up. Tell me how I've made it so terrible for you, Andrew.
I'm just telling you that guys change for women when they move in together. They try to be cleaner. They try to be better. And then even after they do that, then they get yelled at for messing up like 1 or 2 times,
No.
and then it makes them not want to do it anymore.
But I don't understand why you can't just do it. Like it's a.
I can't do it because when I'm told what to do,
Then
like
every
I'm 10
time-
years old,
How about this?
I lose
Then
my mind.
Okay, fine. You want to wear shoes in the house? Every time you wear shoes in the house,
Yeah,
you have to sweep the floor that night then. And all of the floors. Because it tracks everywhere. And then I bet you then you'd stop wearing your shoes in the house as much. I bet you would.
What is this, a children's book?
It's a lesson.
No one wants to learn lessons at 42.
You should. You need help.
But then it comes off a little like
Like a lesson?
yeah,
Like
you're nagging me.
God.
I don't nag you. I never nag you. What do I nag you about? To do the podcast, maybe?
Yeah. You nag me about I don't know. I guess you don't really nag.
Exactly. That's my whole fucking point, dude. That's my point, bro.
But that's 'cause
you hate when I call you dude.
I don't do. Yeah, don't fucking call me dude.
All right, bro.
I don't do anything for around here for you to nag me about. What do I do around here that you nag me about?
because if I nag
No,
you,
because-
if I
no,
come at
because
you,
you
if I
don't-
come at you, you go, well, I do this, and this, instead of going, you're right, I did mess up. that
Okay,
time."
what do I do then, Andrew, around the house that you think that is naggable?
You know how many times you've just put dishes wherever? But see, but this is what you'll say. This is
The
what you'll go.
one
This is what
jar. The one jar.
you'll mess up, and I can't say something to you because you have 45 things ready to go.
Yes, exactly.
But
That I don't say, but if I bring up one of them.
they shouldn't stew in you.
No, so for you,
Granted, I have some things that stew in me.
for you, the thing is the dishes. I leave dishes.
There's a lot of times where you'll just like, there's a lot of mustard on those dishes. My girl loves mustard. Mustard gets hard, and they're just out on the thing. And you're
Yeah.
like, Andrew will get it.
I hate doing dishes. That's true. You do a lot of dishes.
I do a lot of dishes, and I don't dish it out.
I don't say. I scrubbed our toilets 3 times since we've lived here, and you haven't.
You shit more than me.
No, you literally shit. I have to hear it too.
Is it loud?
It's so loud it echoes. I can hear it. It's not
All right.
good.
Well, your farts have been getting more trucker.
No.
They're getting
No.
lower and lower the
No.
more I date you. They used to be like, "Ping,"
No,
and now they're. It sounds like you're wrestling a grizzly bear.
That's because you fed me pizza and my body is recovering. It's not. It's only when I eat stuff like that. When we eat healthy, you don't ever hear me fart. Have you noticed that?
I fart all the time. I get it. It's hypocritical. I think if you're honest with me too, I think there's a window when a couple farts around each other where it doesn't feel that sexual.
Yeah, I think we're like realizing that though. I think that we had a point where we were like, maybe we need to stop being so comfortable. Actually.
Yeah, we're like turning into fraternity brothers. Like, we're just like, that was a good fart, bro. Do you want to fuck? Whatever, dude.
No,
Why don't we just jerk off in other rooms?
Except yesterday, I was like, I want to have sex. And you were like, we were on our walk. And I was like, when we get home, I want to have sex. And you were like, if you knew what was happening inside my body right now.
This morning, you said you wanted to have sex. I said, we'll do it
you-
after the podcast.
Yeah, you're making me record the podcast so
I'm
that I
holding
can have
this
sex.
dick. Yeah, I'm keeping this dick away.
You said you can't get this
This-
cock.
Yeah, you can't get this cock until you throw in 25 minutes into the podcast. And then, literally, before I even get the sentence out, you fart like a goddamn truck driver. And then you go, you still don't want to fuck me? I need a 5-minute window after a fart. And I know that's bad. And I know that's bad to say. I should want to fuck you right while you're farting. I get it.
I do normally hide my farts, but sometimes when my stomach is so messed
You
up.
hide them under the blanket that I hear.
No, I just have to get it out, and I'm going to try to stop. But you fucking lift your leg like a dog taking a piss. When you fart, you make it's a performative act. Okay?
All right.
I am at least bashful about it. I'm like,
My bad.
Sorry. So what's the deal here? You're going to stop performing your farts?
Yeah, I
and
won't
just-
perform them anymore.
No, and you can spread your butt cheeks like a normal person and try to cover
That's
up the
not
noise.
normal.
Yeah, that's how I
Not
hide
normal.
them.
You have never hidden a fart.
Yes, all the time. I do it all the time.
So I do think there is a thing where it's like, I need a 5-minute window before we fuck after I hear you fart. And then I think though
You're stealing my youth.
How much worse would it be if I was like really into it?
It's such
it could be way worse.
It's such a double standard
get
because
it.
I literally have to hear you shit, and like I can't even let out a toot.
I didn't say you can't let out a toot. I want you to be able to fart as much as you want.
No, I'll hide it, but you have to stop acting.
But my thing is that I think guys, there's a little bit of a window where we're like, oh, maybe we don't want to fuck right then and there. Some guys probably turn them on even more. But I quickly forget.
Yeah, if only you had a fart fetish. I'd be killing it.
But yeah, I don't know. I think there's resolution here. I think, yeah, we'll stop treating each other like frat guys a little bit less. I'll try harder too to be sexier around the house. By wearing heels instead of
sexier around the house.
So I'll start.
What are you gonna do to be sexier around the house? Sweep the floors?
I'll take my shoes off.
Then I have to see your nubs. Put some socks on too.
I can't win. I wish I had a fart right now so bad. All right, well that's the show. That was good. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. Tell a friend. Share it. Yeah. I
hope everybody has a great week.
Yeah, have a great week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
And take your fucking shoes off. Ew, gross.
Nubs.